G'day, welcome to What is from the Vault. It's very easy. The Vault is some of my old vids that I've never posted on YouTube and probably never even posted on Facebook. From the Vault means they're over 5-6 years old. As you can see by some of them, different hairdos and different backgrounds and different quality of the camera, because the camera was shit in those days. Um, from the Vault is a good way to show people what I used to be like. Not much has changed, obviously. I still look the same. I still sing, I still dance, I still do vids. Um, there's a lot of From the Vault episodes on my computer. It's just hard to work out which ones I want to post and which ones I don't want to post, because obviously like there's some that yeah, like, or the singing's awful or dancing's bad. But it's a new thing where people can get an intake of, old stuff, but also new content to YouTube, and that's always what I've been about. If you're watching this video, I always come up with new content every now and again, so you're never gonna get bored. There's playlists here that you can watch. A lot about my ex of 6 years. There's a lot of dancing on here. But there's a lot of good advice too on this channel. So if you haven't already, subscribe, tell a friend, and stay subscribed, and I'll stay subscribed to you. I notice a lot of people ask me to subscribe to them, but I go subscribe to them, but I don't subscribe back. So do the right thing, like and subscribe. Support the channel, share it with your mates. My goal at the start of this year has always been 100 subscribers. I don't think it's going to happen. So at the end of this vid, you'll see 2 episodes from the Vault in the corners of the screen and 2 previous vids from before that. So that way you get an intake of what's going on and what I'm about. There's a bit for everybody here, whether you're male or female. There's always some content on here for use. I try to make it entertaining. I try to different color concepts. So sometimes you might get an intro, sometimes you may not get an intro. Same clothes all the time. Ignore what's going on in the background there. You just don't know what to expect from my vids. You could, like I said, the camera's a little bit more this way, and it's usually a bit more centered. Usually you don't see what's on the TV. So, but yeah, that's what I do. Like I said, I'm not a sort of guy that is too serious about life. Like I said, I don't do drugs, I don't smoke. I seem to find the wrong sort of people. If you want to know a little bit about me, I do get abused a lot. I was in an abusive relationship for 6 years too, so like I said on one of my vids that will probably be in one of these corners, the people that abuse you, karma does get them back at the end of the day. And there are some just nasty people in this world, and there's people in this world also that are content to what they have in life and they won't change, where they know that they could better themselves, but they don't do it because they're just lazy. And I think that's what the way the world is right now. A lot of people are just like, well, using COVID as one excuse why they can't do things, which is just bullshit. Here where we live, COVID hasn't done anything to change anything. So when people use, I believe in social distancing within reason, but when your mate wants to catch up with you and stuff, come on. And there's people that are over paranoid, and I don't think the world should be over paranoid. Depending on where you live in the world, obviously some places are better than others, but just in general, whether COVID's here or not here, you've got to learn to be nicer to people. You've got to be nicer and treat them the way you want to be treated. I think that's the most important message to come out of this video. You've got to, if you know someone's struggling in life, why not help them? And I don't mean financially, because you shouldn't have to, and I don't suggest anyone do it because you can lose a friend. No one should ever ask you for money, and no one should ever put their money problems on you, because it's not fair, especially if you're a good friend of someone. When it comes to money problems, that's a no-go zone for a friend. You know, you say maybe you got money problems, but you don't make your friend feel bad about it, because that's not right. You know, we all have to deal with our money and finances on our own, and I think that people have got to understand that, you know, the reason why some people are better off than others is the decisions people make, and the decisions that make them richer or make them poorer. You know, I'm not saying, you know, be cocky, be arrogant, and be like, rub it in people's faces, you got better stuff than them. No, not at all. But please be understanding that everyone in life's different. But when it comes to you being friends with someone, do the right thing and not bring up your money problems, because you're putting like a kind of guilt trip on the person, and you know that you know, money problems is something that our friends are not supposed to be helping us with. And don't ever ask your friend for money, because if you do that, you're going to lose a friendship. I've seen lots of friendships be lost to, you know, people asking for money and never getting it back. And like, think about it logically. If your friend knows that you're having money problems, you really think they're going to lend you money? No, because they'll know that they never get it back. So, and it's like when someone puts a guilt trip and says, oh, I have to sell this, I have to sell this. Well, if you have to sell things, you have to sell things. But don't put the blame on the friend. You know, don't ask them if they can help you financially in any way. Just, you know. So that's what I wanted to say about this vid. You know, From the Vault is going to be at least a 10 episode thing. I think there's enough content for 10 episodes. I'm not sure. There's just so much crap on there. The chili chip challenge is nearly done. I think I'm 1 or 2 packets away. Oh my god, my stomach's been so bad after some of those. Like, some of them were really nice, but some of them were like, oh, I shouldn't go there again. But yeah, like, just share this channel around, subscribe to it. Happy to have more female subscribers, because it's more for females, this channel. Yeah, and just in life, be yourself is another thing I want to say. Just be yourself, and don't let people change the way you are. If you're generally a nice person and you want to keep being a nice person, then be that nice person. And if they think you're too nice, well, then tell them to get fucked. Because there's no such thing as being too nice. If you're a very loving, kind person to your friends, you say you love them and you care about them, that's fine. Whether in the relationship or not, that's a good way to show your friends how much you do appreciate them and care about them. But if you're being a nasty, horrible bitch like someone I know, saying, oh, but you said this in the past and you've done that, well, if you can't get over the past, go fuck yourself. Because no one's perfect. Every friendship has arguments. Every friendship will have its times where, you know, you hate them for a particular thing they called you. Names are just names at the end of the day. And, you know, people say things in the heat of the moment and they don't mean it. And if you've known the person for more than 10 years at least, you know, you think, fuck, why are you being so stupid and pig-headed and being nasty when you know that you've got a friend that's really down in the dump and you're just adding more fuel to the fire? You can't be a human being and say, look, you're alright, yeah, I'm here if you need me. You know, I may be in a relationship, but I still love you as a friend, you know. But I know, like, 2 people that are in relationships where they haven't got the decency to say, look, oh, you know, forget what happened in the past, you know, that's history, let's move forward and let's try, you know, have a good friendship. But, you know, there's people out there that just give up, and those people are selfish. And you know what's funny about one of those people that does that to me, and this is going to be a nasty way of saying this, but if she keeps going on that path that she's going, she won't just lose me as a friend, but somewhere down the track she'll lose her partner. She may think everything's good now, but yeah. So if she is watching, it would take a miracle to actually realise that I'm talking about her. But, you know, you can't let the past be the past. That means a sign of immaturity. That sign shows a sign of not growing up. So that's one of my friends. To my lovely ex-fiance, because I know she watches these vids, karma's a bitch, and what you're doing is wrong. You don't have a relationship that I wouldn't call a relationship. It's a convenient relationship, and you know deep down that it's not permanent. You may think it's good now, but it won't last. Because at the end of the day, you know what's in your heart, and you know it's not with the guy you're with. And I tell you something, if he wakes up to you one day, he'll get rid of you. He may not admit it, but he will. You need to change your life. You need to grow up and be an adult. And yeah, that's all I want to say on that subject, because a lot of people just don't seem to want to grow up in life. So, and I'll have that in one of the corners. So we'll have the two from the vaults in the corners, and we'll have 6 years of abuse in one corner, and how people should grow the fuck up. So they'll be in the four corners right now. Thank you for watching, and stay safe and stay COVID free.